And there we are. Hey everybody, welcome to the 2023 USA Curling Club National Championships from Wausau, Wisconsin. We are looking at draw number 9, the last draw on the men's side. And it's moving day, and so some of these are going to finish up with a better record than what they, what they had before this game, right? So we got Rittgers versus Ward. Rittgers is the representative of Illinois, coming out of the Windy City Curling Club, just a little northwest of Chicago. And they're going to be playing Ward, the Wisconsin team, out of Eau Claire. Ward is sitting at top of the standings, 4-0 right now, and Rittgers is a little less than that at 1-3. We're still looking for a good game out of those guys, and then we have 5 other games going on that we'll keep you updated on. I'm Steve O'Keefe.
I'm Chris Horak.
Partner in crime, Chris Horak. So they're about to get ready, throwing first rocks, and when that happens, we'll get into the game. You saw the standings up there. As I said, this is the last draw of the men's side, and then tomorrow would be playoffs if necessary, and we'll know that a little bit later. And then semifinals at 12, and the finals at 4. So if you're in the local area, feel free to come on down. You can watch these games live for only $5.
It's a bargain at that price. You won't see better entertainment on a Sunday,
Saturday or Sunday.
Or Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
Looks like there's some rocks in play. Get a little bit of jiggle on the camera here. We get some fancy footwork on our backboards there by the camera. Apologize for that.
So that is Johnson out of Alaska.
So we need to swing our camera over to the other sheet.
And then on that sheet, we see our Illinois team from Windy City. And we see our Wisconsin team.
Corey Ward, skipped by Corey Ward.
In the light blue with the nice Badger patches on. Chris, what do those mean?
That means they won the championship to represent Wisconsin at Club Nationals.
Does every team that represents Wisconsin get a Badger patch?
If they played it, yes, they do. And it'll say championship. It'll say champions if you win. If there are 2 berths allowed to a national championship, you may get a bucket that has no writing on it.
Okay. So they are very cool people complimenting.
They're very, very sought after.
Kind of like our
Lonesome Polecat.
The Lonesome Polecat, yes.
A badge of honor.
The Wausau men's Lonesome Polecat.
Polecat was formerly the 5th event, now a 4th event patch. In the 70s, we cut down the amount of people in the Bonspiel and the amount of curling people had to do, otherwise we were playing at 3 in the morning. It was a good time. I wasn't around for that, but I have won some of the Polecat patches. And
some? Do you have more than one?
I have more than one. I have, I believe, 2, possibly 3 first place and 1 second.
Nice.
And treasure those patches. I've had some good friends that won those events multiple times. Ed Blake from the Appleton Curling Club and Tom McDonald from what was Two Rivers. And between the 2 of them, I think they have 3 dozen. But they curled for 40 years in our Bonspiel. So, our feature game's getting underway here. 5th rock of the end. The Ward team has thrown a down 2 draw. They're trying to position their rock just ahead of the Reds and use those Reds as a back guard or protection on the backside. And Rittgers is going to throw a takeout and try and take that rock out of there. This game is doesn't have a whole lot of effect on the standings, but every game's played with the intent to win. And these guys are fierce competitors on both sides of the game here.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be mailing it in. They're going to be making their best shots possible.
Almost perfect at what he called. He wanted to hit the yellow out, not remove that red rocket back, and just tap up against the other one. So very nicely played.
And Rittgers is red without hammer, and he has 3 in the house. All behind the tee.
Ward is playing a takeout here, possible double. Is he just throwing a draw? Not a real lot of weight here. It looks more like the draw.
I think so.
Yeah, they're not. It's hard to judge when they're on the sliders because you're not much in their footwork as well. Just back circles, half weight. Nothing real big. Ooh, unfortunate roll there. They were trying to roll up against that red rock and rolled on top of it and rolled out a little bit more than the red rock. He just made a gesture that we are shot.
Yep,
Meaning red would be a shot stone right now, counting stone.
If you're tuning in today to watch Windy City or Eau Claire, let us know. Let us know you're here. And even if you're here to get some updates on another match, let us know where you're coming from. We'll be doing updates as they happen. So if anyone's interested in a different team, we're going to keep all those updates coming as quick as possible. This will be the feature game, but we know there's some other good matchups out there, and if this one gets out of control or finishes early, we'll move on to some extra coverage if it looks like it's going to be a worthwhile episode.
Corey Ward going after the Rittgers rock here. Ward with hammer this end. Extra stone. Not an extra stone, but last stone of the end. Outside hit there, roll to the outside. It's not in play at all. Or not in place, I should say.
Zach Legacy is watching from Mexico. That's awesome. Go Eau Claire.
Mexico.
That's almost the furthest away we've had. We have had a Netherlands, at least the people who spoke up. But that's great that you're tuning in down in Mexico. Marvel of the internet. Interwebs.
Thinking they're on vacation down there, not curling down there at least.
No, but there is a Mexican curling team.
Yep.
And we're looking for another hit here. Get this one off. I believe he probably will play the across the house roll, possibly. Trying to eliminate 2 rocks.
You know Ward from juniors?
I actually played him at state playdowns when the playdowns were structured slightly differently.
Okay.
He was playing with Paul Pustovar, Dave Violet. I don't remember who his other player was. It's a roll, but not quite on target to get the second stone. Yeah, Corey was going to nationals, I believe, out of Illinois. Might have been in men's, early career in men's, but very good curler. Very good team he was on.
Ward team is most handsome. That's coming from the chat. Well, they are pretty sharp in their uniforms.
Very colorful.
I have to, every time I see that Wisconsin emblem now, I almost flash to Charlie Barron's and his version of the emblem. It's very similar, but he does his own little twist on it. Charlie Barron's of Manitowoc Minute fame. He probably has like an old-fashioned in there instead of like the miners.
Oh, sure. Well, Ward team going after this red rock again. They're just missed that double last time. They're going to give it another shot the way it looks.
Carve that rock.
Just a straight up hit. believe Colin Rittgers played in the 2014 mixed nationals that Wisconsin Rapids hosted.
Okay.
I was a guest ice maker for that event. Got to meet a lot of the players that week. Looks like they're resting a little bit on this one. Huh? Just cleaning. Clean hit, straight back. First to 2 for Ward. Having hammer. Keep trading this rock out, see what happens. See what we get at the end. It's going to need a little bit of a roll here to get on the house farther than that other red rock once he peels that one off. So I don't know if he's going to, if they're going to quite room for, if they're shooting to chip that off on an angle and roll in front of the other rocks. See what happens. Pretty much nosed. So the red rock's still counting in the back corner. Yellow rock tight on it.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to try and hide their red rock behind that yellow. They really haven't seen a draw yet. It's been other than a couple early in the end. Discussion. These games are timed, so the think timing or thought process of the game is important. If we run out of time, the game does end. Third takes a look at the 2 stones, make sure he's seeing the same thing Skip's seeing. Looks like the red is.
You like this call?
The draw behind?
Yeah.
It's not a bad call. You're trying to force them to take 1, and if you can get your rock in play, you force them either to draw for 1, or if it's exposed at all, you might have a chance for a hit. But based on how the rocks are curling, they can hide this pretty well, and that rock being right on top of the house is a good opportunity. But now the opportunity also is that Ward could play a run back if that rock is dead buried behind there.
A nose hit would give them 1, but they don't really want 1. But
You know, if you sliver that one and you roll back on the other red one, you have potential for 3 here. Now,
So
whether or not they'll just take their 1 and go, or play it for that roll and chance giving up 2 or 1. Whether you give up 1, you make sure you're going to hit this one. Obviously, that's the intention.
goal number 1.
Goal 1. You want to make sure you get the. You want to get the one
Make
you're
sure
shooting
you
at.
get the one you're shooting at.
You've got it in your sights. You want to definitely hit that one first. I've seen a lot of guys play too hard for that split roll.
Forgot about the first goal.
Forgot about the first goal.
Well, he lifts.
Yep. One of the few guys that still does. He's an old school curler.
Yeah, definitely.
So they're on it hard early. They're going to be looking at a nose hit here, unless I'm seeing something different. I'm thinking it's going to be pretty straight up.
And boom. Yep.
So
First end over.
Yellow gets 1. Ward up 1. So here we go.
Sheet F, I can update. Elliot Mansell out of Denver and Josh Drews out of Broomstones, the at-large bid. They blanked the first end, so good matchup there. And then on C, I can update. We got Farblow and Legacy. Sorry. Farblow looks to jump out ahead. Big with a 4-ender. 4-0 over Legacy.
But it's early.
It is early. Yeah.
We watched another game earlier today. Tie the game at 4 each.
Battle 3-1s. Tate versus McBride. Tate out of Coyotes and McBride out of Hollywood. Tate came out with a deuce. 2-0. We're also watching our hometown team, the Wausau Curling Club host berth bid. They're playing the Turner Rink out of Ohio and the Great Lakes Curling Association. Both of those teams are 0-4, so they're battling hard.
Trying to get out of the basement.
Yep, they want to finish with a win, both of them. So we'll keep our eye on that. That looks like it just finished. And they're going to hang one for Turner. Turner on the board first over Cucciarelli.
Well, back to our feature game. Ward scores 1 in the first with his hammer. Hammer switches to Rittgers. Ward threw up a center guard. Zone 2, midway between the hog and the top of the house, free guard zone. And Rittgers answers with a rock to the back of the 1.
One more update on sheet B. Looks like Shoesmith out of Granite versus Johnson out of Fairbanks, Alaska. And Johnson gets on the board first with 2. 2-0 over Shoesmith from Granite in the Pacific Northwest.
Little tap back there by Ward. Rittgers goes to a draw. Back to another draw down the middle. To the center of the house. Sweepers are signaling it's a little hot here. Might change the call coming down the ice. They may play off this other rock. Gonna keep it out there with the sweeping, catch that and roll in. A little different than what they originally called, I think. A miscommunication possibly. Nice shot. Might have been actually what they were after. Looked like he called a draw to the button originally. Third rock for Ward. A lot of communication between the sweepers and the skip. Telling them where the rock is going, how much weight's on the rock. Trying to get that rock to curl. Just a chip on it and rolled it across. Rittgers is looking for a rock on the 8-foot. Half cover and half hide. Get under the guard a little bit. Breaking hard. A little crash here. Nope. Bye.
Just skinnied in and slowed down for about half covered. No, 3/4. No, quarter covered maybe.
Yeah, peeked out the other side. Second for Team Ward. Second stone. Calling it a little up. Caught their own guard there. Well, they opened it up. Give themselves a little better opportunity to earn it. but they also took away the guard that they could use to hide behind. Seen a lot of teams playing like they don't have the hammer when they do have it.
We've seen that, yes, we have.
Very, very different strategies from a lot of different players, but successful in their own rights.
Sometimes it seemed to have been by necessity, but then it does cause a little, I want to say confusion, but when it comes down to the last couple shots, then they have to switch gears a little bit.
Definitely switching gears when they get the last skip stones, at least. Corey's taking a look at the potential double here. Wants to hit the top stone, possibly catch the other stone, and leave a shot. For shot rock. Shot rock is the closest to the center after it's being played. So he's trying to pick this red one out, and was hoping to get the second stone on the rub. So cleared the one stone. A lot of times early in the game, you're not really sure of the ice. You get a little more curl than you thought, or a little less when you bring the weight up. So it's a learning process throughout the game. The ice continually changes. We're working hard at it, trying to remember what happened here, what happened there. Skips have a busy job. Wow, getting fire there. They almost got to their own. A little more separation now, so that's going to be a little tougher. So Ward's going to go after the number 1 count in the house, not the number 2 count. You see some sign language there. Looks like he's a baseball coach on the sidelines telling a runner whether to advance to second or
Steal the base.
Steal third.
Bunt.
Comes third for Ward. His second stone. Now it appears to be hacked to board weight. Not a real big takeout, but enough to find a new piece of ice to play to. Give the other team a little disadvantage, possibly, if they haven't read that part of the ice. Last stone for third and Rittgers team. And down to this one with a little bit of bump weight. Solid hit. Oh, I think Ward's going to go back to the top one, try and play the double. I think he wants to try and remove both stones at the same time. He's taking a look at how he can do that. Make sure his third understands what the shot is, and he's going to go down and prep for his next shot. First of 2.
Gary Gates checking in from Arizona, watching the Wausau team.
Hey, Gary.
Must be
Long-time curler.
related to Todd in some fashion, I imagine.
I believe so. He's played in many a club championships in our club here. A lot more in the old club. Sought out warmer territories for the winter.
Oh, Mr. Nice Guy, but he doesn't look like the edge anymore from you two either.
There's a nice double by Corey Ward. Applause in the gallery here.
Yep.
See that?
Got the cheering section back there for the Ward rink. Well, Claire's only about an hour and what, I don't know, 20 minutes from us?
Yeah. Yep, somewhere around there.
Wausau, right in the center of the state.
Half, maybe.
Maybe an hour and a half to Eau Claire, hour and 15 to Green Bay, 2 hours to Madison.
If you speed, it's less.
That is true, unless you have to stop for a while because you were speeding.
And I believe it's about 5 hours to Hibbing, where Steve and I took a trip many years ago to 128 team men's Bonspiel.
Most of the curlers around here know it by the Last Chance.
Yes, fun time.
He was giving serious Edge vibes. Yes, I was going to say it, but then I didn't. So if those are wondering, I'm just playing along with the chat that we have going on the stream. We have 105 people now, so welcome to all those newcomers here at the 2023 USA Curling Club National Championships from our host club, the Wausau Curling Center here in Wausau, Wisconsin. Let us know you're here. We're going to update everyone on all the games going on. We have the last draw of the men's side, and all 12 men are out curling, and we'll keep you posted.
Corey Ward with his last shot in the second end. Sounds like that rock might be curling up a little bit on him. Milling pretty hard there. They got a nice roll to the forefoot, forcing Rittgers to take this out, and depending on his positioning on it, may want to stay, may want to go. A lot of times you want to hang on to that hammer, get a multiple end instead. Being only one rock in the house, I'm thinking he's going to want to half this stone, hit half the stone, and roll out with it. Hey, another lefty. Look at that.
Seen a good handful.
Yeah. Thinking this looks pretty good on its own. There's the half and the roll out. So Rittgers will retain the hammer, and we go with a blank in the second end. Ward up one.
Tight game. Nice to see. No other updates yet, so we'll wait for those. But I see a few hammer shots coming down, so we'll have some rapid fire score updates pretty soon. As we begin the third end with Rittgers retaining the hammer. Sheet F, where Elliot Mansell is playing Joshua Drews, Denver versus Broomstones. Elliot Mansell gets on the board first, scores 2-0 over Drews. Yeah, large bid.
Ward's first stone comes to stop just short of the house, touching the center line. Falls into that tick rule. Rittgers first stone, looking to pull around that. Looks like it's cutting hard here. Gonna over curl, might tap them up. Tap up Ward's stone. Yep. And that'll be replaced because that is the part of the tick rule. You can't touch a rock in the free guard zone if it's touching the center line. That's a new rule this year. Experimental.
Well, you can't take it off the center line, correct? You can move it.
As long as it doesn't leave the center line.
Yep.
But that's, you're talking a pretty precise shot.
Well, I'm just saying it could happen.
That's true. That's true.
Couple more updates on sheet C. We have Farblow versus Legacy. Oh, he got in my way. There it is, 1. So Farblow is still leading 4, but Legacy scored 1 in the second end, 4-1. And then in the Tate versus McBride matchup, Tate extended his lead by 1, so it's now 3-0 Tate over McBride.
Ward's second shot, drew into the house, and the other stone. Rittgers looking to follow him down the way it looks. Sit right on top of him or right next to him.
Shoesmith versus Johnson match. They blanked the second end, so it's still 1-0 Johnson out of Fairbanks, Alaska. And in our home game, Cucciarelli versus Turner matchup. Turner scored another one, stole one to go up 2-0 over Cucciarelli.
Third stone for the Ward rink this end. Sweepers are communicating with the skip and telling what they think. A lot of chatter. Looking to draw that rock in, sit in front of that red stone. And that's just what they did. Froze it right up to it. Good communication gets you where you need to go. Looks like a rule reversal from the first end, where Rittgers rocks were all in play, and Ward's rocks all in play here. 2 ends later. A little bit of a drop off on his release. Might have put a little bit extra weight on there. It almost looked like he lost balance. Field the guard. And Ward plays his fourth rock, second stone. Looks like he's looking to put that guard back. Look on top of the house. Trying to keep that rock straight the way it looks. On the outside edge of that stone. Rock over curled about a half a stone there. You see that kind of sitting right on the center line, I believe. Leaves that a little open from the right side of the house. Rittgers is going to play a little bit of a hit here. I'm thinking he's going to be looking for a little bit of an inside roll if he can get it. Playing a little softer weight.
On it early, now just clean it. Change it up to curl, change it back to straight. And the roll.
Nice positioning on the roll. Soft hit there. They get the controlled hit. They were able to control the sweeping, control where they hit the rock, and get the roll underneath that rock that Ward just threw up there himself to hide his rock. Didn't get the hide he wanted, but now Rittgers is using the hiding spot. Ward playing the run back. They're going to try and run their yellow straight back into that red. Well, they are busting hard on these brooms. Boy, a little overcurl there. Don't think they expected it to move that far. Without Hammer, I believe Corey Ward would have liked to have taken that straight back, and he's discussing the hit with his player right now. Yes, Steve.
Well, we have a couple chats in there, and I think I know who one of them is from.
Well, enlighten us, Steve.
Someday.
Someday, okay. It's great to know that there's people out there that love this sport, that'll spend the time to sit down and log in, listen to our curling antics as we muddle through some of these games. And
yeah, you know, we're doing our best. We have had some compliments, and we've had some people give us positive feedback.
well, we're trying to give you a watchable product, give you an idea of what's going on in the game, what they're trying to do, how they're trying to make the shots.
It's all new to us.
And the roll out. Leaves one red in point scoring position in the back of the four at this point. So Rittgers looks like he could be scoring a deuce if things work out for him. Or possible multiple. 3 rocks to go on the Rittgers side, 2 on Ward's side. No guards out front. Let's see here. Communicate back and forth as to what they're looking for. We're changing things up a little. Brooms down. Looks like it might be a little lighter than they're looking for, that they're sweeping hard already. We'll give it another look. Everybody's going to get a little input on this stone. Trying to get that other rock back so it freezes right on the other one. Wow, there's a potential triple on these red rocks. I don't believe that Corey would see that. He's gonna blow it up.
He's like, there it goes, yeah.
Yep, and he's gonna say, okay, and this one's gonna slide out the side. Maybe we lose the back one, maybe we don't. And he's gonna move some granite here, I got a feeling. We're gonna have 1 left in the house, maybe 2 left in the house. That looks.
Well, let the fireworks begin.
Should be a fun shot. Like I said before, we've had some flamboyant skips that throw some really good stones that tend to make some fireworks happen in the house. A lot of granite gets moving. And these rocks from the USA Curling are very active in the house. The ice is prepared extremely well. Gives them even more movement. The facility here holds that temperature so well. And humidity. Once you get everything in the right area, it's going well. Let's see what it comes up to.
And the active strike band, look at that.
Yes, rocks jump around here. Get to some clubs,
they're pounding it.
Striking bands are flat.
Is it gonna go? No.
No. Ooh.
Well, he sits, shot.
He's got shot, but he's looking at second and fourth for red in a third counter in his own. So 1-3. That's going to be a tough rock to get out of there now that he can't quite spin that off. Depends on where he hits it, and chances are he's going to use the back one and leave the red one if he tries to take that red-yellow combo off with his last shot.
But, push it through the back end, huh?
Yep. I think he's just going to try and push that through the hole, possibly move to the left slightly, cover his first count, what will become first count or second count. Rittgers having hammer. He's got a potential here for a multiple 2 or more at this point. I was looking the other way for Corey Ward not 2 or 3 shots ago. Position, and all you got to do is move these rocks a couple inches one way or the other. Things change in a hurry. Let's see if he gets it through the hole. Looks like he's clean. Oh, not quite. Oh wow, almost doubled it off.
Almost.
But he's sitting 3. That's a big advantage right now. With 1 rock left and red to play, only 1 yellow. Thinking Corey's going to be looking at some damage control here, try to get 1 or 2 of these out and sit in a position that makes it tough to get to. If Ward makes a good double here, chances are Rittgers is going to pull a deuce out of this. Stone is in play.
No sweeping.
You're waiting. Sometimes you wait too long and it busts up on you and it really overcurls, and then it makes you look like you don't know what you're doing.
He'll get the 2. Will he get the 2? He will not get the 2.
Wow.
Or does he sit?
Fortunate.
I think he sits 1-2 though.
Red sits 1-2. Yes, it does look that way. Let's get a better look on our overhead here. Oh yeah.
Shot of that Badger patch.
So Rittgers is going to throw a down 2. Try and get a rock in play here. Somewhere to count the yellow. Doesn't take much. Just has to be fully on the 12-foot or blue circle, or white or red. And 2 good sweepers. It looks like he laid down a pretty good rock. They're going hard.
They are going
They're
harder.
really going hard here. This might have bit a little bit, and settling in.
It's definitely settling in.
I think they've got it. Yeah, they're fine.
And then it slides
4-3.
Yep.
They're not even going to wait till that stops. They're going to count that one right away. So Rittgers scores 3. 3-1 after 3.
Got a dogfight. Ward's 4-0. Rittgers is 1-3.
Rittgers is trying to get out of the basement too. They don't want to be in the bottom of their pool. They want to ensure that they're not in the basement. That 1-3 record doesn't show how well they've played.
Well, and that's the case with a lot of these teams, because they were a lot of these games were very tight games, very close games down to the last rock.
Can't always go by the records. A lot of times you lose on an inch, the last shot, maybe an extra end. You play very hard and you play to win. You hope to do your best and put your best foot forward. The other players know that you put a good game out there. That's the best part of the game occurring. You get to spend some time with them afterwards, socializing in most cases. Get to be friends, maybe team up at another event.
Update with Elliot Mansell versus Joshua Drews. Mansell, they blanked the first end. Mansell came back with 2. And Drews came back in the third with 1. So it is Mansell 2, Drews 1 after 3. See some high fives out of the Wausau team. They must have, there we go. So the Cucciarelli rink came back in the third to tie it up with a deuce, 2-2 after 3 over Turner from Ohio. Columbus, Ohio, and the Columbus Curling Club. Looks like sheet D, then the Tate McBride game. Tate scored two in the first, stole in the second, and then the third, McBride came back and tied it up. So it's 3-3 after 3. Tate versus McBride in a battle of Mopac teams. Hollywood and Coyotes. Still waiting for our Shoesmith versus Johnson update and Farbleau versus Legacy. But we should have those shortly.
Back to our feature game here. Ward's second shot comes to rest next to the 2 guards that Rittgers has thrown up. Ward played a corner guard with their first stone. Rittgers played a midpoint guard and then played a second rock to come around that rock and sit in the house. Came up just a little short, giving him a second guard. Spencer from the Rittgers team throwing the first of his second stones. First of 2. Throwing a come around. So trying to come around the opposite side now and bury the house.
Farbleau versus Legacy, we have an update. Farbleau out of St. Paul in the Minnesota berth scored 4 in the first, and Legacy out of Capital came back with 1 in the second, and in the third, Farbleau answered with 1. So it is 5-1, Farbleau over Legacy.
Ward here looking to draw down 2 that red stone that was just lowered by Spencer from Rittgers' team. Good line coming in here. Now trying to get that rock to curl harder. Get to the center of the sheet. And moves the red rock back to the middle of the 12. Well played shot. Well swept. Rittgers' team going to try and follow that down. Played the same kind of shot. Tap that back. Spencer here was a junior curler that my boys competed against back a few years ago. Good curler in his own right. Everybody here is good curler in their own right. Wouldn't be here otherwise. On their way.
Big update in Shoesmith versus Johnson. In the third end, Shoesmith comes out with 5.
And that's a big one.
Yeah, 5 is big. I think it's the biggest we've seen out there so far this week. So 5-2 now. Shoesmith out of Granite in the Pacific Northwest over Johnson and Alaska Fairbanks. Crowds are full. We have looks like a very packed, maybe room for a few more, but
we
good
got
crowd.
Plenty of seating left. We got 10, 15 seats I can see from here. Come on down.
Yeah, come on down if you're in the area, Wausau area. We have a club room too that's much bigger than the seating area behind the glass. But regardless, come on down, have some fun, see some live curling, enjoy the rest of the day with us. And then we'll be back here tomorrow for possible 8 o'clock tiebreakers 12 o'clock semifinals and the 2023 USA Club National Championships at 4 o'clock for the finals.
And don't forget to pick up your USA Curling and Wausau Curling Club merchandise.
Exactly. Dean
Nice.
would be very happy with you.
Third for the Rittgers team. Doing his first of 2. Play the draw. Seems like everybody's trying to find the same piece of ice. No, just guarding it up. They were happy with that. I thought they would try and get something a little bit more out of that. Corey Ward eyeing something up here. Trying to split that guard off. Open things up a little. That over there, the shooter out the other side. Looks like they're trying to start the wave in the bleachers up there.
Local curler Bobby Splinter for the team Wausau had a great shot, and they're letting him know. And yeah, I did see Terry Gleason jump up for the wave.
They played to remove the guard, and they did. Rolled over in opposite side, just like they were looking to do. And Rittgers is going to go to work and put that guard back. Fans filing in here.
Love to see it. Pack the house. It's a great event for our club, for the city of Wausau, for our members. So much goes into it, so many volunteer hours, volunteer different positions, things that need to happen to pull off a national championship, but it's all worth it in the end to see the crowds, the athlete response, the competition. So just very excited. Thankful for all the volunteers that did step forward to help pull this off, as well as the community response and sponsorships. All definitely greatly appreciated, because without it, this wouldn't have happened.
Ward's team looking here at ripping some of these guards out of here. It looks like he wants to blow up the front of it. But now he's looking like he's going to try and, well, he's still going to go after those guards. He's just set his broom down.
A lot of rocks this round.
His player has switched turn. So he gave him the high sign. Might have flared that out just a little bit. Looks a little wide, trying to get it curl now. So that leaves a yellow rock almost exactly in the same spot as the red stone was, covering up the shot stone that they're trying to get to.
Rittgers still sits untouched.
Just out fighting the one.
Skips rocks to come.
First to 2 for Rittgers. Oh, I can't talk it.
It's just the halls.
Could be. Keep the cough down so I don't deafen you guys. Especially after turning up my microphone so that people can hear me.
There you go.
Shout out to Chuck Miller. Did the web stream on Friday. You guys did a great job too, Chuck.
Chuck's over in St. Paul area today. That's why he's not with us. And he actually threatened to listen to us in his car on the way, so I don't know if he is or not. Although it's 5 o'clock, so maybe he's on his way back already.
Rittgers parks another one there, angled up, makes a really tough shot for any run backs. Ward's going to look for a window here to try and pick that stone out of there. Push his back. He's kind of in tunnel vision. He's kind of looking at just one side of the house here. I think he's got his thirds looking at what else is here. Give him an opportunity. I think his second's going to come down. His lead also. Lead's down there. Lead's looking at what's on the other side of the sheet. Now, does he see something? There's a rock on the left they haven't even looked at that could angle in at that also. And they're just looking at what's in front of them. Maybe they're saving that shot if they need it. Left yellow rock that's right behind the third's right foot. Could be a potential raise rock. Could be jammed back on their own yellow.
It's definitely a steep angle, but yeah, it's there.
Mm-hmm. So he's looking to peel something open here. He needs to get her.
Not touching anything. A lot of hitting going on.
Yeah, he's
got
some space now. And that angle rock is still there. I'm assuming they're going to try and put a guard in there, right in between those two yellow rocks you see there coming in the house. Yeah, the other team sees that yellow rock there. They're like, oh, let's cover something up here. Sometimes you don't want to talk too loud in the house because the other opposition might not see a shot that you just talked about. And now they're looking at a slash. They're looking at all kinds of different things that are available. And Rittgers has got to come in here probably right on top of the 12 with about a quarter of the stone showing. Try and close that off.
We're coming to a close of this fourth end, and there'll be a fourth end break. After
sheet F is already on break.
Yeah, they're cleaning up sheet F. They haven't marked the score yet, though.
So Rittgers is going to try and put a top house guard in here. I believe just touching on the center line and the top 12. See how close I called this.
Oop.
Spencer's saying it's a 2. It's a 2 guard, so he's in the middle zone between the hog and the house, midway to that. How close is he on that? Really close. And that's the line that they were looking at. It just 4 feet. 4 feet, 5 feet from where I was looking at. And now Ward's looking at the shot that I saw prior to his loss. Must have been saving that one. Sometimes skips will do that.
Right. Don't draw attention to it. He knows it's there.
I need that safety valve. If he hits this back, across the face of the Yellowstone into the red, potential 3 here. Right now he's looking, he needs to get 2 for sure to get back tied in the game. I'm sure he'd like to get the score of the 3.
Good view of them heading back to the hack.
Stern eyes.
The eyes of a decisive skip.
And Rittgers is looking right now, pointing, going, there were too many things to try and cover. Did the best he could with what he had there to.
Yeah.
Had to take away the obvious shot. Corey Ward with Hammerstone in the fourth end.
Let's see what he's going to do with it. They're off it. Now they're going for a curl. Angle.
Oh, wow. Just missed. Gives up a red. One red. 4-1 after 4.
So the, let's see here. Here we go on C's updating. Farblow versus Legacy. Are they waiting? Yeah, they're waiting. D, Tate, and McBride. Tate scored 2 more in the fourth to go up 5-3 over McBride at the fourth end break. Back to Farblow and Legacy. Legacy scored 1 in the fourth. Still down 5-2 now after the fourth. Our hometown Cucciarelli rink versus Turner from Columbus, Ohio. Turner looks to add, actually to break that tie, they added 4 in the fourth end. Now up 6-2 over the Cucciarelli rink. That's a little heartbreaker end for them. And one sheet piece still playing, so that's all the updates for now. See in the chat, Elizabeth somehow found this curling broadcast by accident. Not sure how she did that. But apparently she wants to be a curler out in Vermont. So there are some clubs out there, Elizabeth. Google curling Vermont and see what comes up. And you might find yourself at a learn to curl before you know it.
And Nathan, yes, that was a really close shot for Ward. He took a chance. Sometimes the risk is worth it. You get a good reward for it. He was going to give away 1 no matter what. Good chance to split that one on. Split that back into the other stone. I don't know if he saved that shot for himself or for a second shot as a safety valve. Could have tried that on the earlier shot if he made that. I don't know that Rittgers would have had a chance to get something in the house with all those cards. Pretty tight.
It might have been tough for him, but I think
I
think he knew it was there. I think he was saving it, putting it in his back pocket.
Uh-oh, disgruntled fan. Maybe that's Tim upstairs when we're doing our production.
We do have sorry, Chris, we do have one more update we can. No, we cannot.
No, they're not done yet.
Still waiting on Shoesmith out of the Granite Curling Club in the Pacific Northwest, and the Johnson Rink out of Fairbanks, Alaska. We're waiting for their fourth end to finish up. Looks like they're discussing, maybe even on a timeout. I don't know.
Once again, we appreciate you listening in, watching on the web stream. The 2023 Club Nationals, hosted by the Wausau Curling Club.
Yeah, we're getting up in big numbers, 126 on the stream, which is great to see. Welcome all of you. Hope you're having a great Saturday joining us here and had a fabulous St. Patrick's Day. Top of the morning to y'all, even though it's afternoon. Might be morning somewhere. St. Patrick's Day was on a Friday last night, so some of you might have had a little sleep in this morning.
Or maybe you'll have a sleep in tomorrow after a fun night tonight, after listening to some good curling.
Yeah, we've got another draw coming up at 8. The last final of the women's draws, and that will finish off our night. And then tomorrow we get into playoffs, semifinals, and finals of the 2023 USA Curling Club National Championships. Coming to you from the Wausau Curling Center, Wausau, Wisconsin, right smack dab in the center of Wisconsin, centrally located, easy to get to, serviced by Central Wisconsin Airport. Flights daily from Detroit, St. Paul, and Chicago by Delta and one more, American, I believe. United backed out.
Well, back to our feature game here. Start of the 5th end. Ward with the hammer. Rittgers with the score in the last end. Stealing one. Well-protected rock. Just missed by Corey Ward's angle raise takeout. Lead for Rittgers throwing up this rock, and the sweepers brought it right to the top of the circle. See if they can bait Ward into a hit game. And nope, he's going to throw up the corner guard.
For those out in Seattle watching, John Shoesmith scored one more in the 4th end. Still down 5-3 now over Johnson from Alaska, Fairbanks. It's like the battle of the far parts of the United States.
Seattle being about 1,800 miles, Alaska another 18 after that, thereabouts. Rittgers team busting hard on this one.
Oh boy, we do not have any earthquake issues.
No, we might be on the Madrid fault line, but we're not an earthquake today.
Somebody just happens to be walking around the camera, and it's pretty sensitive and it bounces a little, so apologize for that.
The Lord allows them to build those 2 rocks up there. They were looking to come around that other one. He's going to come around his corner guard now. Something we don't always see. The players put up that corner guard and they get drawn back into a different game before they can use it. He's going to use it this time. But sweepers are waving off the sweep. Travel a little fast here. Use up a little of the weight, try and catch that red rock. Ooh, could have caught that a little sooner, chipped and rolled over behind that guard.
Yeah, definitely.
Just through the house. And Colin Rittgers going to go behind this center red. Asking Spencer to throw a nice draw here to the tee. Top of the 4 and let the sweepers do the rest.
I like the break when
Yeah, they're telling them it's got a little bit of weight. They're not sweeping right away. Now they're going. Now it's looking like it's busting hard. Now they're going to get a little bit of speed to raise up that other stone. Option shot here. Push that back behind, and oh, they got a biter out of it, so they're sitting 2. Good option for that shot.
Rittgers continues to put the pressure on 4-0 Ward.
And sitting at a 4-1 lead. Don't play the scoreboard. Play the end, play the stone. That's a little coach coming out.
Yeah, there you go. The wise old sage.
Old.
Old
Thanks.
is the key word there.
Yep. You're only a couple years behind me, Steve. Thanks.
Yeah, but
Oh, nice hit. Nice hit. And they're going to stick. Little death roll here. Spin back on. Oh, it stayed right on the edge there. So Rittgers isn't going to let any of their yellow rocks hang around. He's going to shoot this one off. Probably try and keep his shooter. Get Spencer Stone to stick around here, hang on the edge, put a little more pressure on. Looking for a little curl out of this. Yep, got the roll in. And they're back to 2, counting.
Somebody brought this up yesterday about the Windy City uniforms. They appeared, they were on a different sheet than our main event, but somebody caught them out of the corner of their eye and asked if they were tornadoes. And, you know, I guess close up, no, they're not tornadoes, but I could see where they could be tornadoes.
It's kind of an interesting uniform.
Windy City, you know.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. The Ward team here playing down a triangle to one of those stones, but I don't think they were trying to pick that one off. I think they were trying to go the one behind it. But that's not the worst shot for him. That's actually helps him out, gets rid of the guards, gives them an open house to shoot at with the hammer. Rittgers is looking at throwing up another guard, or possibly going to the house again. Steely stare.
Right. I wouldn't want to miss a shot.
I think they're throwing takeout on this guard. Get rid of the L, just like the last shot. Eliminate their stones. Ooh.
Swing and a miss.
They were looking to peel that off with that kind of weight.
That was a lot of weight.
Rocks don't tend to curl as much. And the takeouts are moving about 1.5 feet with regular takeout weight. When you up
Here's
the
where
weight
the
like
broom
that.
is there. You see,
Yeah, I think he was a little bit wide here. Wide of his mark. He missed his aiming point more so than anything. And rock came right through where he was supposed to be aiming. Should have moved over. Moved over at least 6 inches. Would have caught it if he hit the broom. Got to hit the broom. Got to hit your marks.
101.
Hit your broom clean release with a close weight, and you can do a lot with it sweeping. And we're playing up a little different strategy here. Sees Rittgers shooting at everything. I'm going to put my rock in front of yours. You want to take mine out? Good luck keeping yours. Kind of looks like he gave me that look. Like, there you go. Now, if you want to take that, you're going to have to take your own too.
Well,
There's a little
doesn't
separation.
seem to mind. He's going at it.
Putting a little pressure the other way.
Calling for a curl. Boom.
Pick it out of there.
Oh. Well.
Unfortunately lost his other counter, so guess we'll see what happens here now. It's looking closer to a blank or get a roll out like that. Ward's trying to put some points on the board. He's playing more offensively by putting rocks in than shooting the other rocks out. Rittgers is kind of running defense and trying to pick all of Ward's out of there so he doesn't allow him to score anything. Can't build an end if you don't have rocks.
That's very tough.
Ward's asking, where are we? What are you sweeping for? Right in the house. And a nice finish there. Pulls behind the guard. Almost peeks out on the outside.
A little bit.
We'll give him an option on the outside here to try and take that stone out. Rittgers is either going to draw to it or going to shoot at it. And I don't think they quite decided what they're going to do yet.
Let's go take a look from over here.
He likes the draw in there. That's a tough shot from out there. I don't think you have enough ice. You got to walk up the sideline to you can pull it from there. Sure. That's a feasible shot. We're going to draw down to the yellow one. Just sit in front of it, kind of corner freeze. Asking the sweepers kind of wait to throw here. Or what they're talking about is, what kind of speed the rock should have. A little bit of flare there. He could have came out and looked like he threw out to the broom. It's going to come back hard off of that. Looks pretty good. Get by this guard. Got a nice shot. I really need to outcount that stone. Ooh, just a little short. They should have been on that early. Two sweepers usually on competitive ice should be able to drag that rock anywhere between 6 and 8 feet. And they did sweep it about half the sheet. But, a little bit farther, they could have possibly dragged it. Catch it before it decelerates too much. Sweeping the stone doesn't make the rock go faster. It makes it go farther. And different sweeping techniques can make the rock curl more or run straighter, depending on which side you sweep the stone, how aggressively you sweep. You'll see one sweeper a lot of the time, and only one sweeper trying to keep the rock straight or influence the curl and enhance the curl.
Following this one all the way down the sheet.
Yep, keeping it pretty straight all the way.
And successful removal of red.
Ward sitting too. Rittgers with his final stone at the end. He is going to play, looks like he's going to play the tough double. At least shoot for it. He makes it, he could leave his rock right where that rear stone is, rear yellow stone. With about a quarter click off of this stone. Spin into the yellow on the just behind the tee line and be sitting two. Or could roll out with it and leave his red sitting biting the top 12. And rocks in play. Looks like it's going to take it about nose. Oh, he did get the roll over. What?
Well.
Oh, rolled back in.
Yeah. Got a nice count stone out of it.
Looked like it was going to roll the second count and rolls back in for first.
It is under some cover. It's in a tricky spot, I think.
Yeah, that was where they were talking about drawing to before. And they came up on the top 12 there with that other stone. And well, it makes it really tough on Corey Ward here with his final shot in the fifth end. Puts that rock in danger of jamming on the yellow if he tries to take it out. And for him to try and get something going here.
Yeah, he's gonna try it. He's not gonna just take one, he's gonna go for it. So what kind of weight you have to throw here, Chris?
I'm thinking he's going to be throwing back line to hack at the most because he's trying to.
I mean, how's he going to stick around?
That's the only way he's going to be able to do so. He's going to have to, sliver that stone to begin with to slide it over the top. But with hack, he might have enough house to roll to the right of the third. Comes off that red, rolls across the 4, back of the 8. Might hang around.
Here he comes.
Not got a ton of weight.
No, soft. Want some curl. Some more curl.
He's only got a quarter of the stone. Oh, he's not even getting to it.
He is not.
Ooh.
It's a nice whistle.
Sorry. Another red stone. Rittgers has kind of got Corey's number here. Might be giving him his first loss.
4-0 Ward versus 1-3 Rittgers. And Rittgers is stealing the show right now.
Wow.
5-1 after 5.
Probably no updates quite yet. We'll get
do-
those to you quickly here.
I can do Tate versus McBride again. After the 5th end, McBride tied it up, so it's now knotted at 5. And the Cucciarelli rink, they scored
Came
1
back
in the
to that
5th.
one, yep.
So it's now 6-3. Turner out of Columbus, Ohio. And then Mansell versus Drews. Drews scored 1 in the 5th. Still trails Mansell out of Denver 5-2 in the Mid-America Conference. Mid-America region.
Rittgers team throwing their first stone up. Got on it right away. They wanted to make sure they got it to the paint and get it on the surface here. Our feature game. Ward calling for the corner yard again.
Welcome all you new viewers to the 2023 USA Curling Club National Championships here from Wausau, Wisconsin. Got 133 of you now hanging out, joining us via the interwebs. We're happy to be able to put this on. Our stream sponsor, Wausau Area Access Media. And then the sponsor donation that made it all happen was the Ron and Jan Klemish Charitable Fund. So very appreciable, very appreciative. I like making up words. Of that sponsorship to help bring the national championship here at the Wausau Curling Center out to the world. Got a favorite team? Let us know who you're rooting for. Or if you have questions for us, let us know. Be happy to try to answer them. Chris is very smart.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. You do a really good job on this. This is a lot of fun for me. I've gotten to play different roles in whether it be a curler or an official or ice maker.
That's one of the cool things about curling. If you join a curling club, you can expect to be able to volunteer at almost any possible thing you can imagine. I think between the two of us, we've probably done just about everything there is to do in the curling world. If not, maybe let's say 85%.
Yeah, this was one of the things I was very excited when I got the call from you in the text message. Try and share my vast playing experiences and knowledge of the game. Gotten to coach some juniors to nationals. I got to play down for some national berths. Like I said, we got to play some very prestigious bonspiels over the years.
It's just it's a great sport to participate in. It's a lifetime sport. Sport you can play with your family. Meet some of the best people in the world. So if you're out there and you're just saying, what is this sport? Let me tell you that you would love it if you tried it. So typically curling clubs are going to start up in the fall and carry through winter, but nowadays that's not necessarily the rule. It might be the exception.
Sometimes in the warmer climates where you've got arena ice, you see the hockey arenas shut down, but they will stay open for curling. in the summer or late spring or early fall. They'll open early or stay open late to give the curlers an opportunity to use the ice. Some of the larger areas, we've had some great growth. A lot of new clubs in the last few years.
10 years ago in St. Paul, there was St. Paul. Now there's Frogtown, there's
Blaine,
Chaska,
the
Lakeland,
Lakeville.
sorry.
Yep, all in just the last few years. It's really boomed, and growth's been exponential. Ooh. Seeing a little bit different strategy here. We got the first 6 racks played. They're all in the house, almost all in the house, all in play above the tee line almost. So Rittgers going to try and pick that yellow out that just got laid in there. Sitting 3. Ooh, puts his own. But did move that rock to the side and is still sitting 3, and now is covering shot stone on the center. Not a bad miss. Corey Ward looking to monopolize on that spacing, those stones. Try and draw in there. Second rock of the seconds. Looks like the sweepers are calling off the sweep here, and I think the weight is good. Trying to get it to curl a little bit. To pull over. Through the hole and right up to the count stone. Comes second count. In a precarious position for Rittgers. He's going to take a good look at this before he does anything.
Very dangerous.
He knows where he wants to go, and he's got a port to get there. Just got to get the rock through there, through the red and the yellow. Looking at the weight, discussing it to make sure his shooter knows what he wants so he can place his broom in the right spot. How much weight you put on the rock makes a difference on how far the rock is going to curl. And the heavier the stone, the straighter the rock wants to go. Looks like here they're trying to straighten this one out just a little bit, keep it from curling, get through that hole. And through the hole they go. Nicely done.
Yeah.
In the process, though, did lose that back one, but still sitting 3.
Yeah.
There's some real pressure on Ward here. He almost needs to come down the left side of the sheet and sit right on our 100-year anniversary sticker there, right where his broom is, right there.
Seems he's had to chase the whole game.
Yep. Unfortunately, for our other Wisconsin team. Not biased. Don't want to make anybody think that. I want to see a good game between all the teams. That's the best thing about curling is you can cheer for whoever you want. Sometimes you're cheering for your friends on other teams from other states and regions. Red's team playing the hit and roll over here. Try and get one of these out. Keep things open. Hide behind their corner guards. It's not a bad looking house right now for yellow. Even though red's got 2 scoring. Rittgers third's last stone. Trying to get another 100. Roll over to the other one. out here.
And back on.
Wow. And now he's going to the sweet spot right in the middle here. Freeze onto the shot rock in the center. Force Rittgers to remove his back rock with his stone. Waving off the sweep at this point for weight. Taking a look. Sweeping for line. Get a little separation there. Well, there's about a third of the stone open with maybe be half from the hack. Might play a little chip on that, roll out, or play off the other one and roll over. A couple different options here. Risk a jam on the back red one that's just hanging on the circle, depending on where they would hit that. If they hit it right and they're going for the double, which is there, they could hit both yellow stones, hit the top yellow right about where it's from there, and just roll over, or skinny it and roll back into the yellow in the center of the house. They're just trying to eliminate any options for Ward to get a multiple win. If he does make a great shot, they're going to give away one. With hammer, you're trying to get two or multiple. Without hammer, trying to limit the other team to 1 or 0. Or give a bunch away with against the hammer. Coming down.
First at Rittgers 2.
Looks like you got a little over curl there. Got a pretty straight stone. What's Ward thinking about here? Gonna try and nest 2 and let Rittgers shoot at him. Or a couple things he could do. He could freeze on this one, and in his last shot, pop that, get rid of it. He could freeze on his own, or he could freeze to the back one. Those are the 3 shots he's just looked at with his broom. From his perspective, his third's looking at those also. Looking at going behind that one. Wow. Okay. So, let's be looking for a fireworks shot at the end here. Looks like Corey's going to draw around the red rock, which is remaining on the top 12 over the corner of the edge of the 4-foot red part of the circles on the left side of the house. Trying to give himself an option to clear everything else off the 4-foot, possibly including his own shot for 2 then. It's got to settle here. It's going a little fast. Got a little deep there. Keeps him out of... It's a pretty tough double to get both the yellows out. Rittgers can take a look at it though. I think he's going to probably pop the one on the 1 foot off. And if he slivers it just well enough, he might get the roll back on the other one. But you gotta get enough of that one on the 1 foot.
Well, if he just pops it out and kind of flops a little bit. And he's still got the forefoot surrounded.
Yep. Yeah, that is true. We could play back yeah, he's looking at the combination there also to be able to shoot that right out, and he could still play the double that way. Because you could play the red, yellow, and slide that back yellow out. Might lose 2 reds in the process, but he'd still have a shooter and 1 more. He'd have that 1 biter on the outside and back if he cleared all yellows. I believe he's going to probably use his own stone. The one straight in front of him. That's what it looks like. Nope, he's calling his team down, or they're coming down to tell him, give him some advice, whether he wants it or not.
I don't know. I think if you just come down, you're up 5-1 in the 6th. You come down, you knock yellow out with maybe some backline weight. Sit there. You're shutting off the scoring area for the most part. He's got to cut you down.
Or force him to 1.
Right.
Yep. There's an opportunity there. How much is his testosterone kicked up right now, knowing he's playing a good game and he's making a lot of shots?
Well, it makes you feel good, yeah. Gives you a little extra pop in your step when you're making shots. It gives you a little more confidence to call something else too.
Yep, they're looking at the timer. Did they call timeout on this shot? I don't know if they did. Hard to tell. We cut that from the outside just a little bit where he's got his broom there. Comes across the face of the yellow. Still stays on the 4-foot. His red rock stays on the 4-foot. The other rock stays at the 8-foot. Now they did take the timeout, I believe. See it running down on the clock here. Taking their time. Yep, their time is. Good time for a timeout. Talk about it. Could be the game maker here. He makes a big end. And Ward doesn't make a multiple here. Could be over.
Well, we've had a few more updates that we can pass along while we wait for the decision, or are they going to throw here?
He's on his way back to the hack. Ward's team's taking a little lunch break here. Third's loading up on a couple carbs, a banana or something. Looks like he's throwing just a back house weight at that yellow rock.
Yep.
Try and chip it out without moving any of his other ones.
That's what I liked.
That's a safer shot. I mean, you got more options with it.
And he
Did not get there. Wow. Now he just, giving Ward the chance for 2. That makes it a 3-5 game. It's still playable.
I can tell you that the Mansell-Drews game, Mansell scored 1 in the 6th. So now it is 6-2. Elliot Mansell over Drews out of Broomstones. We got large bid. Cucciarelli-Turner rink here. Turner scored another, now up 7-3 over Cucciarelli. Here comes Ward with his hammer.
Looking to just come down on top of that red stone.
Sweepers are just hanging onto their brooms, flinging them around, no sweeping.
It lost a little turn here, a little curl. They're Rocks don't seem to be moving quite as lively as they were.
This one did the same thing. Well, no, he got it.
Fairly straight though.
Yeah.
Didn't get that 5-6 foot move. Kind of interesting. Ice has changed a little bit from our earlier games. So Ward scores 2. 5-3 after 6 ends.
Well, Taylor McKnight's joining us from North Bay, Ontario. Welcome. I'm just going to give an update on your dad's team. Tate versus McBride. Unfortunately, McBride just scored 1 in the 6th to break the tie. McBride now leads 6-5. Now playing the 7th. But thanks for joining us.
Magic of the internet. Just like being here.
Exactly, like, not quite.
Can't quite smell the coffee cooking.
So on sheet C, we got Farblow versus Legacy. Farblow is battling back. He scored another one. Still down, only by 1, 5-4. Playing the 7th. So he stole last 2 ends. Farblow out of St. Paul, the Minnesota birth team. And Legacy out of the Capital Curling Club out in Dakota Territory. Smith and Johnson are still playing the 6th.
Second rack at the end. Thrown right to the top of the 8. Ward's first stone thrown as center guard. Zone 1 touching 2. We refer to the zones in the ice. They count from 1 through 10 from the hog line back through the back line, with 1, 2, and 3 being the dividing area between the top of from the hog line to the top of the house. 4, 5, and 6 being the top 3 parts of the circle. 7 being the T line. 8, 9, and 10 being the back 3 lines of the circle at the center line. Sometimes you hear the players ask for a 10 weight. That means they want it to be right at the back line. If they call it a 2 or 3, they're looking for a guard.
Shoesmith and Johnson update. Shoesmith scored 3 in the 6th to go up 8-3. Nope. Is there a score behind them? There must be a 5 in there. Yes, 8-5 after 6 ends. So Shoesmith 8, Johnson 5.
How far is North Bay, Ontario?
Not sure where North Bay is. By Thunder Bay?
It's by Silver Bay. Is it where they had the Men with Brooms movie?
Oh boy.
Okay, and Ward with their 3rd stone in the end. They're going to come around here trying to better themselves than what Rittgers Rock finished. Looks like they got some big swing there. Good sweeping he gives them. A little different looking in this end. Might not look so different after this shot. Rack 6 at the end here. Those are no longer free yards, so you can bang those all day. Looks like they're going to try and move about 3 pieces of rock here. Going to get one out. Ward's going to probably play that same come around, go a little deeper this time. Calling out weights to the skip in the house, trying to give him an idea where the rock is, how fast it's coming in. Skip's watching the line. They're just trying to get it around that other guard. They're going to probably be back 8, back 12 here. Not a bad looking shot, almost biting the forefoot. Rittgers is going to look to clean some more out here. He can get his hammerstone, keep things open. A lot of times when you have rocks stacked like that, if you hit it just on the quarter of that red stone, and spin that other red rock back in. Took a little less ice there, looking to clear those stones off. Looks like Ward's going to play the raise back T-weight. Nice call. Kind of the same shot they just threw, just a little less broom. Tap that yellow back behind the red or back to the T. Keep trying to hide as many rocks behind the guard he's got left.
Playing about 5 feet of curl there, I guess.
Yeah, this line seems to be moving quite well again. It seems that one area is a little less movement. A little light here.
Very light. Yeah.
Third called him off on that right out of hand. He felt he was heavy. Put his hand up and right at the hog line as after he let go. He was really pretty sure, I think, that it was there. Had they swept it, they might have got the bump they wanted.
Lori's loving the broadcast and loves the extra strategy info, so she's a Ward fan. Probably related to where's my list? Spencer.
Combination shot there, almost picked out 3. Not quite. Ward coming back, gonna try and play that tap back again.
Speaking of Spencer, comes his shot.
Gonna start sweeping this one here. Oh. A little better weight on this one.
Yeah, definitely. Boom, boom. And
fade to the 4.
Yeah.
Yellow sitting 2. They're working hard at trying to keep some rocks in play here. Colin Richter's going to try and get some more out. Trying to calling for kind of a slash on this one. But he wants to get to the back also.
When did the format change from 10 teams to 12 teams for this event? Well, it used to be all regional, but now a host club gets a berth. That was one change.
And multiple berths did not exist when they first did the 10 teams.
So as an added benefit, you get the additional berth through the region, and then as a host, you get a berth. That's 2. When did it change, though? Not too long ago.
3 years?
Well, the host, I'm not sure when the host thing changed.
That might have been last time. That might have been 2 years.
Well,
Not really sure. The COVID timeline changes things for
yeah, I
a
mean,
lot of
we
people.
had
You don't, because we haven't seen the competitions in their entirety. It's a little hard to
we had
sometimes track those.
Potomac in 2020 with just before the world ended in COVID, and nothing in 2021, and then 2022, and now us.
Corey Ward with his first 2 for Skip Stone. For him.
Lori's mom. Way to go, Mom.
I think they're happy with that shot. They were trying to guard that run back, and now the way that's set up, you hit that yellow, that red could clear the rocks in the back of the house. Pick them right out, or
Oh yeah, you do that, and suddenly you're sitting 4 without any Rittgers stones anywhere.
yep, Rittgers has got a great shot here. He could virtually crotch those 2 yellow rocks, hit them both at the same time, come across the face of the red with that slight separation that's there, and that could come back on the back yellow one, straight back with the drag effect.
Yeah, I was actually I was ahead of myself by a shot. I was thinking this was a Ward shot.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Corey would like to throw his next rock right now and
Yeah.
push Richters to the side.
So okay, I'll rethink this. I don't know. I don't mind drawing into the 4-foot, top of the 4-foot. But what's he calling?
He is calling, I believe,
Raise?
scratch these two rocks, shoot the red. The red will go straight back on the rock in the back 8-foot. He can blister those 2 right in between. He's not getting the curly one, and he's going to pick one. He might pick one out of the 4-foot. Nope.
Only one. Ward knows exactly what he wants.
Exactly, because he knows he needs to protect that rock in the back of the 4, and he needs shot count. He needs points.
Yep.
He needs to put them on the board. And he's going to play to the top of the 4, hopefully hook underneath.
Looks like Cucciarelli and Turner have decided to end it. Maybe.
I believe so. Looks to me that Turner scored in the 7th to run the score to 10.
Yeah, they
to 3.
scored 3, adding to his lead. He stole, actually. So yeah, 10-3 in the 7th, and they shook their hands. So
Thank you, Team Wausau, for coming
having
out
not
and
been a
trying to
competitive team, going out on the circuit, having time to play together as a team, you know, we're pretty proud of them. They're the players that we face in leagues, and often fear them, but you know, they stuck their neck out, put a team together, and went out and competed. So I'll give them a high five as they come off the ice. Good job, guys.
Couldn't be better hosts. Right?
You hear a little ovation from the crowd.
A local team getting a cheering section here. Corey Ward drew his rock just about exactly where he wanted it. I think he might have wanted a little deeper on the 4 foot. Left it. They swept it right till it stopped there at the top, middle of the 8. And Colin Rittger has that in his sights. He's looking at potentially moving 3 stones here. Steely stare. Very serious player.
Might just be, I bet you he's a big teddy bear. Who knows? Looks aren't everything. Maybe somebody from Windy City can tell us.
Well, he's a strong competitor. There's no doubt about that. Scotland sweep out of hand here from his end. Oh. Wow. Unfortunate for Red. Gave up 4. I think we have a whole new game here. 7-5. That was a huge swing.
Yeah, you heard that right. So now Ward jumps out in the lead after 7. 7-5. Rittgers will have the hammer coming home in the 8th, but they're going to be a little bit shocked and have to shake that off and come back and take care of business.
I don't think they saw that as an end result on that shot, or a possibility even. I don't think he would have taken that shot if he knew that was there.
Wow. Sheet F, we have Mansell versus Drews. Drews scored 1 in the 7th, still trailing Mansell 6-3 now, playing the 8th. Tate McBride. Oh, what a tight game. Tate came back and scored 1 in the 7th to tie it up. 6-6 over McBride out of Hollywood. They're playing the 8th, and McBride will have the hammer for the win.
This championship does not go to the Olympics as the, was that Shaggy?
Somebody
Question
already
on
answered
line.
him on that one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Shout out to Trisha Rongstad, Chuck Miller's daughter.
Sheet C, we got Farblow out of St. Paul, the Minnesota Birth versus Legacy out of the Capital Curling Club in Dakota Territory. Farblow out of St. Paul notches 1 in the 7th, extends his lead 6-4 over Legacy. So Legacy will have the hammer in the 8th coming home, looking to score 2 to tie, 3 for a win. And on sheet B, Shoesmith out of the Pacific Northwest, Granite Curling Club in Seattle. Johnson out of Fairbanks, Alaska Curling Club. Looks to me like they have not hung a score. Right now it is Shoesmith leading 8-5, waiting for the 7th end.
Shot.
That's Gary talking about curling again.
Gary. Oh yeah.
You can hop over to Phoenix. Where? Yeah, you're in
Coyotes Curling Club. They right close to you. They're just slightly southeast of the airport. Your friend Dale Gerlach checked on that earlier. I think he might be looking for a little warmer climate and still be able to curl too.
Yeah, well, Gary is in Arizona, just a matter of how far. If you're nearer to New Mexico, Roadrunner has a curling club in Albuquerque.
After 4 rocks in the 8th end, Rittgers sitting 1 with a center guard. Corey Ward taking his guard. Looks like he's going to play back to the Redstone.
Shaking on sheet F. So it would be Mansell wins over Drews. Not sure what the final they'll put up is, but they're shaking hands. And so Elliot Mansell, a former winner of this event a couple years ago, will move to 5-0. Defeating Josh Drews out of Broomstones in the at-large bid from Massachusetts.
Here's playing the come around. Back on our sheet A feature game. Sweeper's working hard here, trying to get that rock down the sheet. Playing outside in here.
So Alaska Fairbanks notched 1 in the 7th. They're down by 2, 8-6.
Big sweep there to get to the house.
So Shoesmith will have the hammer coming home up 2. Our sheet. Finishing up second stones.
Ward with the hit and roll. Rittgers to play to the 4-foot. Round all the guards, round the rocks in the house. Asking Spencer to throw a touchstone in there. Sweeping to get that to curl in there, right to the top of the 1. Drawing it over to the center line. Very nice, well done. That comes to rest just above the tee. Ward's gonna follow it down. Asking for his 3rd to throw a touchstone in there, unless they're gonna play something off their own here. Looking to slash some rocks, or just draw in there. It's kind of asking him what he's comfortable with. He thinks he's gonna be able to throw better. Looks like the draw. Ward up 2 without the hammer in the 8th end. Looking to get a piece of the 1-foot. Playing down to the rock on the 1-foot. Doesn't look like it's moving very much right here. I found that spot where it doesn't want to turn. A little up weight also. He's going to get to the line, but he's not going to. 10 feet too far. Rittgers looking to possibly play that same shot he just put there. Freeze down to that. It comes up a little short. He's okay with that too. Wants to try and lock his 2 in there, and then make Corey come after him.
Rittgers, because of that last end, he now needs 2 to tie and extend this game.
Yep.
Is that a matter of maybe getting too greedy, Chris?
I believe he didn't look at his risk reward there. What happened if he hit his own out?
Yeah, well,
With
that's
no backing on that rock, that went just way too fast. I don't think he saw it until it was too late. I think the rock was well out of his hand before he realized, oh, what could happen. And when it overcurled, obviously it didn't figure in well. I think he wants him to stop sweeping. He's waving him off. Looked like he was calling him in safe at the house. Wow, and he left that sitting so even with that other rock. If Ward can hit the one and spin into the other one, might actually be able to get both. And it's a very good possibility. I don't know how much guard trouble he's got here. Can't see all the guards from where I'm sitting. Once they get past those 2 guards, it's gonna good opportunity to. Oh, got only a little bit of the second stone.
well,
So
Rittgers still sits 1 and 2.
still looking at a tie at this point with Rittgers throwing last rock. Corey Ward's talking to his third here. Just looked at that, and you see him motion his arm left to or right to left, our left to right, and he was looking for more of a slash into that other stationary stone, and kind of anticipated that was going to go, and it really didn't move. Rittgers is trying to duplicate the last shot they came down here with,
And they're both on it, on and off.
they're looking to be just top 12, biting the 8.
Oh, he's giving it all he's got.
Yeah, it's hooking hard.
Is he passed? He's not passed, but
Well, the bad part of that is when it touched the yellow, it popped open.
left it
It gives
open
him
for Ward.
Give him an opportunity to shoot a double on it.
Yep.
Where if he gets around that yellow stone, even a touch around that yellow stone, the double's not there anymore.
Let's say
It's tough.
it's not an easy double, no.
Nope, got to take it almost nose. Slightly off center. If you overcurl and you leave your rock sitting there, you could be in trouble. You might give him more to hide
You're
behind.
not touching it. A little bit for curl here now. We're gonna catch stuff. Well,
Jam and hide. Oh, that didn't help. Didn't help him
helps
himself
Rittgers.
at all. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. We could be looking at extra ends here. It's getting close. Don't count Corey Ward out. He's still got some fireworks, I believe. And they're going to want to be close to scoring with this stone. You have this in the circles, I'm sure. And I think you want to have this as your third point. And it's going to curled out too far to clips those blue.
Really does nothing.
Anything in the blue is already out.
All right, well, Ward's last shot, and he needs to talk it over.
He called a timeout almost immediately, so he could burn up his time. He's got 1:29 left, And Rittgers only has 38 seconds.
Oh.
He's got to be ready to roll here.
Well, at least that timeout helps him too. He can think about if this, that, then that, this. He should be ready to throw 2 different shots, I think.
He's not going to have a lot of time to think about it. You almost think that as soon as Corey Ward's shot gets here, what is Rittgers going to do? He's just looked at the clock. Oh, grapes. 38 seconds.
You might want to even start traveling down. I don't know.
That's what I'm getting at. I think he's going to not want to have to wait too long. He'd want to be out by the hog line.
So what is Ward going to do here, Chris?
I think he's going to freeze, try and freeze top 4, top 1. Just around the corner is Yellowstone there. Looks like it's all straight up draw. And they're going to go hard on it now because it's going to start bending.
Oh, he wants him to go hard. He knows he needs it.
He's got to get around that top yellow. He's
Knows
on the
it
yellow.
needs
He's
it.
on the yellow.
And it does rub. And it sits.
Second count.
Are you sure, though?
Oh, yeah. It out counts that red.
All
By
right.
a couple inches. But guess what?
A
Rittgers-
nose,
Rittgers gets a nose on this.
and that's 3.
Nose hits straight back. We're a little inside, and the time clock is counting.
Nose hit 3,
20?
wins it.
19,
Clock is counting.
18. Can we get a split screen or a shot of the hack right now? He's got plenty of time.
There it
plenty
is.
of time. 10 seconds to go. Look at that. No pressure.
Now, they're not sweeping. He's
He's
sweeping.
He's hollering.
He wants curl. He needs curl, I guess. Is
We
it a
can
nose hit? Uh-oh.
Extra end.
Oh.
I think I mentioned that about 8 shots ago.
And
Looks
it's a
like an extra end.
2 for tie.
Wow, this is a good game, people. Thanks for joining us on this one.
And Jacob is right. McBride did beat Tate. Scored 1 in the 8th end. 7-6 is the final. So Tate is now 4-1. McBride is 3-2.
And we go-
Mansell still top of the pool at 5-0, undefeated in Pool B.
On the extra end, I believe both teams will receive a timeout. There's a short break.
Shoesmith and Johnson. Shoesmith adds to his lead for the victory, 10-6 over Johnson out of the Capital Curling Club in the Dakota Territory. So Shoesmith from the Granite Club in Seattle in the Pacific Northwest finishes with a victory in 2 and 3, while Johnson out of Fairbanks falls to 0 and 5. Extra ends on our sheet, and they're starting already. Everyone else is off the ice. So as we go to extra end coverage, I want to thank you for all tuning in. Catching some men's draw action, draw 9 of the 2023 USA Curling Club National Championship from Wausau, Wisconsin. This is the last draw for the men today as they finish up pool play. And one more draw tonight at 8 o'clock when the women, 12 women, will take the ice and finish up their draw and wrap up pool play as we get ready for tomorrow, Championship Sunday, We've got possible tiebreakers tomorrow at 8 o'clock if necessary, and then we've got semifinals at noon Central Time, with the finals coming at 4 o'clock in the afternoon Central Time. If you're in the local area, come on down for some curling action in person. It's only $5 to get you in all day, and you can come down and sit in some cushy theater seats, watch curling behind some big windows, enjoy some beverages and some food, and look forward to welcoming you. See Kim Susans, my club president, standing in front of me. She probably wants to talk some more. No, she doesn't want to talk anymore. She's been busy, busy, busy. Well, the stone is hogged. So we might see some ice conditions change. He's angry. Understandable. We don't want to see swinging brooms, but he'll try again. No, Kim wanted to, she didn't want to talk. She's pretty busy, as all the volunteers are, putting on our national championship. But she handed me a paper with a task to do, and I will do it. All right. We're keeping it clean here. Ward has the hammer. All he wants is to be able to draw in for one. And Rittgers is looking to find a way to generate a steal.
Try and hide one.
With a
wide open house. Pretty hard to do.
Exactly.
Hide it in plain sight. Find the funkiest spot in the ice. Hopefully you find a spot that overcurls, undercurls, or gives you some kind of advantage.
Maybe
the other team maybe knows it's there.
Yeah. I'm assuming, you have to assume everybody's going to make a shot, but maybe there is a slight weakness you saw in somebody's out turn or in turn, and maybe you put it on the wings and just hope.
Well, the other shot is to cozy up with that Yellowstone Awards, and let them shoot at it, and maybe something hangs around.
Yep.
Or they leave a guard sitting there, and you can get behind it. He's definitely going there because there's nowhere else to hide. Bonus coverage. Same sheet, but with an extra end. Our producer loves that bonus coverage.
Well, he doesn't even have to adjust the cameras. Ward pulls it out, he'll be undefeated at 5-0. If Rittgers pulls it out, he'll walk away with 2 victories. 2 and 3. They're moving fast through the end.
And sometimes that's a good sign. Everybody's confident in where they're going, what they're doing. Ward here playing the run back. Zone Stone. We're going to just split it off. Roll the shooter to the sideline. Hopefully got it out of play. Nope. It's going to hang around there. Okay. Well, Rittgers going to draw one to the back 4 or back somewhere back of that red stone. And probably leave him with a little bit of a chance for a double. Might be a hard shot. Depends on where they end up. Based on his line there, they're trying to touch top corner of the 1.
We've got 8 sheets of ice at the Wausau Curling Center, and there is 2 teams out there on 1 sheet.
They're working hard here. It's right out of hand. They think it might be a little bit light. Even the third's coming out to sweep this one. Looks like they might have found a slower spot on the ice too.
Still moving it though.
Yeah, they're bringing it, and they're gonna get a bite out of it. Are they? Wow, that is close. That is almost measurably. Nope, I don't think it's on. But
I don't either, but thought they could do it. Just kept gliding.
Corey Ward here looking for at least a single, if not a double. If he can figure out a way to make a double here, eliminate both these stones. Makes his job a lot easier with his last rock. Oh, sweeper doing a little ballet. Stays on his feet. And a single.
Well,
and the yellow's still out counting the red at this point, so going back to the draw. Gotta have
stone apiece.
Yep, red's gotta have count after the shot. Have a chance for the steal.
Busting it hard. Yep. Hard, right out of hand, all the way down. Vice comes out. He adds his broom. There. Are we trying to? One's off.
They're going to be on the house, but I don't know how deep here. Looks like they're going to be top 4, partly on. Okay. Great sweep.
Great sweep. It is wide open.
And with that Yellowstone sitting second count, all Ward has to do is touch the stone. His shooter does not have to stay. That Yellowstone wins the game over on the far left side of the house.
That's true.
Nice insurance stone to have at this point. They can sweep and not have to, as long as they're going to get a piece of that stone and miss the top rock. And hopefully not get an overcurl at this point. And Ward's rock is in play.
Well, and it's jumped quick.
Pushing it out, trying to keep it straight. Looks pretty good. And Like I said, doesn't need to
Yes.
stick around. Yellow
Well-
wins the game with the rock stationary on the house.
And
Well played.
Well played. A great game. Yeah. Great game. Good battling by Ward down most of the game, but never gave up.
Got a fortunate miss in the 7th end, or
Yeah.
excuse me,
Rittgers-
not the 7th. Yeah, 7th end. Rittgers clipped his own stone out, gave up the 4,
But Rittgers came back to his credit, tied up.
and was in position to win. Had the winning stone on the house with his last rock.
Yeah, I mean,
Can't do much more than that.
no, forced them to make a shot, and they did. So, congrats to Team Ward. They'll go to 4-0. Rittgers goes to 2-3, and we'll wrap up here from the draw number 9 here at the Wausau Curling Center. So, here we are. I'm Steve O'Keefe. That's
Chris Horick.
Chris Horak. So, as we wrap up, we want to thank everyone for watching. Stay tuned. We have one more draw tonight, the women's draw at 8 o'clock Central. We'll have all 12 teams out on the ice. And tomorrow we will have potential tiebreakers at 8 in the morning Central. We'll have the semifinals at noon, and we'll also have the finals, of course, at 4 o'clock. So for all of us here at Wausau Curling Center, and Wausau, Wisconsin, thanks for joining us.
Come
See
on
you
down
later.
and watch some good curling.
We'll see you later.
Thank you.